So I want to tell you about the Chinese bamboo, right? You've probably heard of the story, but I want to bring it in a different light to you. So right behind me is a bamboo plantation, though it's just a small one, but I saw it and I got inspired to talk about the Chinese bamboo. So the Chinese bamboo is one tree that after the farmer sows the seed or plants the seed for the bamboo, you begin to water the bamboo. You water it for a month, for 2 months, for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, and there wouldn't be any sign of growth. You water it even up until a year, and there wouldn't be any sign of growth. And the thing is, you would have to water that plant every day, every blessed day. The farmer would have to water the bamboo or the Chinese bamboo. So watering after a year, you wouldn't see any sign of growth. A year and a month and 2 months and 6 months, that's like 18 months, 18 long months of laboring daily. There wouldn't be any sign of growth. Even up until 2 years, there wouldn't be any sign of growth. 3 years, 3.5 years, even up until the fourth year. Come on, it's taking so long, right? But there wouldn't be any sign of growth even up until the fourth year. But after the fourth year, into the fifth year, in 6 weeks, the Chinese bamboo will begin to grow, and then in 6 weeks it will grow up onto 80 feet tall, right? Though some literature said 60 feet tall, but you should know how tall it will be. It will be almost like the tallest tree in the forest. So that is the mystery, or that is the magic of the Chinese bamboo. Now there are three things that I would like you to learn from the story of the Chinese bamboo. And the first one is consistency. Consistency is a difficult thing. If you've tried it before, you will know that it is difficult to build a habit of consistency that will last you for 4 good years. You know what 4 years is? If you've tried adopting any habit before, you would know how difficult it is to keep a habit even just for a week. It's so difficult. It demands so much of discipline, demands so much of sacrifice, because some days you feel like it, some days you don't feel like it. So but from the story of the Chinese bamboo, we learn from the farmer the ability to stay consistent. So for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years, for 4 years, he waters that seed every day. It's easy to become discouraged. Imagine that you are working on a habit, you want to stop a habit, and you worked on it for a week and you are not seeing any sign. You will probably be motivated to go for another week, and then a month, and after 6 months it seems like nothing has changed. You are the same old you. You know, it's difficult to keep up at this point. And then a year and 6 months, 2 years. It takes so much discipline to stay consistent at this point, knowing fully well that you've worked for over a year and you've not seen any sign. But I'm bringing to you the story of the Chinese bamboo to teach you to remain resilient. Stay consistent, and imagine that the farmer after a while decided to dig up the seed to check whether it is growing. It wouldn't have grown even after the 4 years. So sometimes you will be tempted to go and check whether this thing, maybe you are not doing it well. There is nothing that you do consistently over time that does not build into something tangible. Growth is very minute, right? It is not a big bang. It is what happens as the minutes go, the daily little habits that you do. That is the first thing, consistency. And then secondly, the thing you learn is similar to the first one, is patience, right? You need patience more than consistency, more than just consistency. You need to be patient both with what you are chasing and with yourself, because sometimes you would become impatient. You say, I've done everything right, I think what I am chasing is the person to be blamed, or is the thing to be blamed. So you become impatient with what you are chasing, whether a habit, whether a project, whether a contract, whatever you are chasing. You begin to find reasons to fault it. So like I mentioned earlier, imagine that the farmer decides to go and dig up the bamboo and said, I've been watering you, I've been consistent for a year, I think something is wrong with you. Sometimes something is not actually wrong with what you are chasing. It is just that you need patience. Patience is a difficult virtue. I can tell you that for free. Patience is a difficult virtue. When you are saying it to someone, be patient, it is easy to say. But when it comes to you, when you are on the receiving end, when it comes to you being patient, you will find that it is very difficult. So you will learn patience. If you are chasing something right now and it seems like nothing is forthcoming, the result is slow in coming, be patient. Be patient. And then thirdly, the attitude of growth, right? There is an attitude that accompanies growth, and it's called silence. And that is what many people lack. The tree grows in silence. So for those 4 years, do you think the tree was just there waiting for the fifth year to begin to spring? No, it was growing under. It was planting its root. It was sinking its root deep. Do you know what it means? The kind of roots it takes to hold a 70 feet tall tree. It will take a deep rooted tree to hold 70 feet. If you want to grow, you will have to start by digging your roots or growing in silence. The thing is, sometimes it is we are tempted actually to announce our growth to people, to make people see that we've been making progress, so that we'll get applause from people, so that people will say, you are doing well, people will clap for you. You see, the thing about people is, if you are building, right, if they see that you are making progress, people will clap for you. And when that building or that thing that you are building crashes, people will still laugh at you. And when it seems like nothing is happening, they are moving to the next happening thing. So you are basically not so significant. So if you depend on people's reaction, you would be in trouble, right? So you should depend on yourself to move yourself, or else to teach yourself to stay in the place of growth. Grow silently. Learn to grow in silence. Do not let the temptation to announce to people, to get applause, or um, to get people to clap for you, lead you into bringing out your seed prematurely. Learn to grow in silence. Learn to grow even in sadness, because there are moments that you wouldn't be so excited about watering your tree. You wouldn't be so excited about whatever you've been chasing, but learn to keep on growing in that moment also. Learn to shut the voices around. That is the attitude of growth. The voice. Learn to keep your phone aside, learn to keep movies aside, learn to keep even friends. There are moments that you keep friends aside just for the purpose of your growth, that you keep on sinking your roots downwards, that nobody is seeing that the root is going downwards. There are times that people say that this person just grew up suddenly. There is nothing like sudden growth, sudden breakthrough. All the breakthroughs that you see is a result of work, labor in secret. You have not been seeing that secret labor. That is why you think that it is sudden growth. Like the Chinese bamboo, other trees will see it begin to grow up, and in 6 weeks it becomes so long, so large, and they will say this person has a sudden breakthrough. But it's not the case. It has been sinking its roots deep down, and that is why it is able to even stand even up to 80 feet tall. So the extent to which you have sunk your roots determines how far you go, right? The kind of height that your root is able to take is determined by how well you are rooted. So grow in silence, right? Growing, it may take 10 years, 15 years. Keep on growing. On the day that your tree will show forth, and in a week you are everywhere, you are all over, people that do not know would say that it is a breakthrough or a sudden breakthrough, like the Big Bang. But such thing do not exist, let me tell you, for free. So if someone tells you that it is possible to just wake up one morning and then you just blow, like the Nigerian sound, you just blow, it doesn't work, right? You have to labor in secret. So keep growing, keep building, keep building, even in silence, even in bad moments, even in good moments, even when nobody else seems to be noticing. So I hope you got something from this video. So you may want to read up the Chinese bamboo and you will learn much more from it. I will see you in the next video.